In this video, I will teach you how to use or how to extract any kind of sounds that you would like to use with your BeatMaker2 application for iPad or for iOS devices. So usually the BeatMaker2, it has a built-in instruments, built-in drums and whatever sounds that they have there. But usually the instruments that they have there, it sounds so cheesy and it doesn't sound genuine. Not like these sounds that we are using with our DAWs, whether FL Studio, Sonar, Pro Tools, Ableton Live, Logic, whatever those that you have. It sounds so good. It sounds so genuine. So for you to able to use this sound on your BeatMaker 2, you will need like two kinds of stuff. You will need to install the iPhone box application to your computer and use whatever sound devices that you have. Let's say you have Phantom X, Phantom G, or Yamaha Motive, or any kind of DAWs like Apple Studio, Pro Tools, Sonar, whatever DAWs that you have. Then what you're gonna do is open any kind of instrument that you would like to use. So right now I'm using True Pianos because it sounds so legit, it sounds so genuine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to capture the sounds of these True Pianos, and what you're gonna do is you will start with the lower octave. Let's say right here I'm in a C2. Now the rest of the higher octave will be like C9. There it goes, that's C9. So what you're gonna do is you will need to paint or record a sound all the way up to 1 bar, just like this. You will need to record that long for grand piano. Now the length of each sounds, it always depends on whatever sounds that you would like to extract as a wave file for your BeatMaker 2. So right now I'm using grand piano, and this is the exact length of the note that you would like to extract to export it into wave file. So what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna have to export C2, C3, C4, C5 all the way to C9. Now as you can see it here, I had extracted the C2 all the way to C9. So what you're going to do is your second step will be install any kind of software that you can access your application for your iPad or iPhone or whatever iOS devices you have. So once you had installed the iPhone box, you will need to plug in your iPad. Now the iPad is plugged in. So what you're going to do on this left corner, you're going to click the user application, and then you choose the BeatMaker 2, and then you're going to choose the library. Oh no, not the library. You will need to go to documents and then go to users, and then what you're going to do is you can either create a folder just like what I have here, AlExOnZe for Apple Studio and MPC 1000. So what I did is I went to my sample folder, and then I made a grand piano folder. As you can see it here, I already have the C2 all the way to C9 notes. Now, since we already have the samples that we had extracted from any kind of DOS or any kind of source or any kind of sound source like your portable piano or your Phantom X, chord, Yamaha Motive. After we had extract that and import that to our iPod, we're going to go to the main screen of the iPod, and I'm going to teach you how to literally set up the notes on the keyboard. Okay, this is gonna be the third step, which is the last step for you to use the sounds that you had extracted from whatever source that you have. It's either Phantom X, Phantom G, Yamaha Motive, or any kind of portable devices, or any kind of DAW like Sonar, Pro Tools, FL Studio, Ableton Live, Logic, whatever shit you have. So what you're gonna do is, after we had exported the sounds from my Sonar application, we had exported that sound into BeatMaker2. So what we're going to do is open the BeatMaker2. Alright, let me try to play. Now what you're gonna do is, it's either you can open your existing project or just make a new project. And then once you open a new project, it will ask you add instrument. So what you're gonna do is press the keyboard, and then from that window it's asking you if you want to load any presets that you have. It asks you to load any BeatMaker to pre-installed instrument, which is you don't really want to use because it sounds so cheap. So what you're gonna do is click the empty preset. All right, and then click that keyboard icon. Then from the top left side, right side, click the settings. There you go. And then you will see mode, filter, FLO, LFO, mapping. So what you're gonna do, click the mapping. All right. Now from this side, you will see move, low key, high key, bass key. And then you will see like record sample, load sample, edit sample, quick load. So what you're gonna do is, never mind about the rest of the view or the rest of the screen. You just have to click the quick load. There you go. Once you click the quick load, you will see the quick load menu or the window. So what you're gonna do is look for whatever folders that you had made from the iPhone box uh, application from the computer. So you already have your own sounds that you had exported from computer to your BeatMaker2. So what you're gonna do is, there will be two categories: sound library, which is the sounds of the BeatMaker2, the pre-installed sound of BeatMaker2, or you can choose the My Content, which is where you export or import all the sounds that you had export from your computer. So click the My Content, and then look for whatever folder that you had made from iPhone box. So in this case, I have AlExOnZe for FL and MPC 1000. So I'm gonna click that. So I'm gonna look for the grand piano sound that I had exported from my Sonar, from my computer. So I have it here, C3 grand piano. So as you can see it here, I have all the wave files, or the wave files. Once you click any of those, it will automatically play the sound. You can either click the automatic play or click the streaming, but I usually click the automatic play. So each time I wanna see or hear any sounds that I would like to import, I just have to press once, and then it will play back to me. So what we're going to do is we will start with the lower octave. We have like C2 all the way to C9. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna have to start with C2 and all the way to C9. So this is the very easy procedure to resample whatever sounds that you would like to use with your BeatMaker 2. So we're gonna go to C2, then we're just gonna drag it to the main screen. There you go. Now you can either close the quick load window or just let it stay like that. So what you're gonna do is go to this right side which says low key, high key, bass key. So what you're gonna do is double click the bass key because the default setting is D sharp 3, which is wrong because we're using the note C2. So what we're gonna do is C2, rename it into C2, and then let's start with the low key. The low key should be C2, and it says here minus C2. You can either use that C2, C minus 2, or just start with C2. But let's just start with C2. C2. There you go. Okay. And then what you're gonna do is it's either from the high key, it's either you press and hold the minus button until it stops, or you can just easily rename the high key into C2. Okay, C2. There you go. Then what you're gonna do, you will need to count all the way to 11. I mean, all the way to 12. So what you're gonna do is press the plus button. So C2 is already 1. So it's gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the setting should be like this. Low key is C2, high key B2, and then the bass key, which is the main root of the sound or the note, is C2. Okay, now we're done with the C2 sounds. We have to go to C3. We're gonna do the same thing, just drag and drop. Okay, now once you add another sound, the BeatMaker 2 will automatically set the low key into C3 because there's no way for the second sound to go lower than C3. So what you're gonna do is you just have to change the bass key and then the high key. So what we're going to do, let's just change the bass key into C3 so that we don't get confused. C3. All right. Now on the high key, you can either press and hold the minus button or just rename it to C3. But let's just do it. Let's just press and hold the minus button. There you go. Until it stops. It stops on C3. So what you're gonna do is count up to 12 again. So C1 is already 1 or count 1. So it's gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the whole setting should be low key is C3, high key B3, and then the bass key, which is the root note, is C3. So we're done. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna start with the low octave to the highest octave. Then after that, when you're done, you can close this, close it, and then let's try it. There you go. Now you can play around with this settings, but usually I only touch the release button or the release knob just to make it dramatic. I mean, just to make the sound more dramatic, because right now it sounds like this. Now if I try to increase it, it sounds natural. It sounds like there's a reverb or some delay or something like that. So that's it. Now, once you're done with the trick and everything, you can just press this left arrow button. Okay. Now from the left side on the top, it says load and save, but we're gonna press the save. Now you're gonna press save and then name it for whatever sounds that you had resampled to this keyboard. So let's just gonna say test. All right. Now each time you open any empty keyboard, you can instantly upload or reload those settings that you had made. So what we're gonna do, add instrument and then keyboard, and then you can just simply look for whatever pianos or sounds that you had resampled. So what you're gonna do is press the test, and then there you go, you're already set. So once you try to compare this sound to the main source of the sounds where you get it from, it will sound the same. Just like from my Sonar, the true piano from the computer and the true piano sound that we had exported to the BeatMaker, it sounds the same. So this is way better than this the built-in sounds of the BeatMaker2, which is it sounds so cheesy. It doesn't sound good. Let's load the grand piano right here. There you go. So this is the grand piano. Whether you play around with the settings, take around with the set, it doesn't sound good. So that's the one. See, I have to play around with the release knob just to make it sound like this, just to make it sound better. But in reality, it doesn't really sound that good. Now, if I try to play the true pianos that I had exported from my Sonar instrument, it sounds good. You see? So that's how you import or resample or use any kind of sounds that you would like to your BeatMaker2. Whether you have Phantom X, Phantom G, chord piano, portable piano, Yamaha motive, you can always extract that and then import it to BeatMaker2. You just need some kind of software to record whatever sounds that you would like to record or to capture from whatever external piano devices that you have. But if you have those like Apple Studio, Sonar, Pro Tools, you can instantly use every sounds of whatever instrument included in that DAW.